better? Yeah, it looks better now. So tonight, reviewing from local brewery, Navigation Brewery, fantastic brewery based in Nottingham, um, whose beers have a brewery bar outside of the city ground. And this is Rebels, their session IPA. And they've got some new beers coming very, very soon, even this weekend, maybe. Key lime pie, I think one of them is, with limes in. Um, and I know they had a great, you know, I'm coming from there, don't you? Anybody from Navigation? They had a great time with those limes. But also Elephant Gun, the salted caramel mild, which came out at the Robin Hood Beer Festival last year, which was very well received by all local, by the beer reviewers from across the UK and the beer community that made it to the Robin Hood Beer Festival. And that is amongst nearly 1,000 beers. So we all had a lot of different beers that day. A lot. And yeah, fantastic. So, yeah, I mean, for Nottingham Forest at the moment, wow, what a whirlwind. 7 games into the season, we were relegation certainties. Goodbye to Chris Hughton. Steve Cooper comes in, and he's done an amazing job. So I'll just talk off, not about booze at the moment. Bit of a head on there, never good at pouring. Lots of carbonation at the bottom, golden looking pour, big white head. So I don't know if people are watching the news. This is filmed in March 2022. Just watched on the news the Russians bombing a maternity hospital. Babies, mums to be slaughtered. You bastards. If ever, if ever justice was coming to this world, then for one, the people that did it need to be killed, and the other one, the idiot who runs that country, needs to be got rid of. You know, every day you turn the news on and you hope you don't hear anything worse than what you've already heard. And that is just beyond disgusting. Beyond. What the hell are you bombing an hospital for with kids in and babies? Make no mistake about it. You've made enemies from every single race of life in this country, in the world. Once this gets out, and it will get out, it will get out to the Russian people, then people that are, don't take no notice of the world beyond their shores, that believe everything that some nutter comes out with. It'll get to you. So yeah, lovely golden pour on this. Do apologise for that slight blip there. But you can't be a human being and not be emotionally took back by some of the stuff you're seeing. I mean, unlike some of the things that happened at the start of COVID in that first year, some of the demonstrations that went ahead, that, even in this country, what you're seeing in Ukraine is real. It's unjust. Yeah, you want to demonstrate, you want to follow a cause, support the people of Ukraine. Send your money over to the Ukraine. Donate what you can. So, doesn't really say what's on the can about what it is. I have had this at Nottingham Craft Beer Festival last year. My very first time actually meeting all of the band from Navigation Brewery, and it was a special moment for me. Um, I've been to beer festivals, Robin Hood Beer Festival for years. Never, as even as a beer reviewer, never had anybody even take notice. And why would they? You're just some bloke who talks about beer on YouTube. Um, but obviously, COVID happened, and the world changed in a lot of ways. And yeah, my first actual craft beer festival, and I'm hoping to go to more. I've already got my tickets for this year's. Um, and walked in, and yeah, I already knew Bang the Elephant from beforehand. Um, been chatting to them for a while. I've been chatting to Craig from Navigation for a while as well, on and off. And last year was one of those moments where, you know, in COVID, I was doing beer reviews. Obviously, the beer industry was silent because they had to shut down. No pubs open, hardly any brewing going on, and scary time, for anybody who needs to support their families or needs a job. If you're rich enough not to worry, then fair play on you, I suppose. Um, but yeah, a fantastic moment for me. For somebody who suffers with anxiety, and watching the news is tough. It's really tough. I don't want to see babies, kids um, being blown up by stupid people, and that sort of stuff. It gives you nightmares, and the horrors. But yeah, craft beer festival last year. Walking around with Craig, and first time ever being there, and the appreciation of beers was something out of this world. The amount of people that go down, not just to get sloshed, but appreciating good beer, and it was lovely to see, really lovely to see. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a great craft beer festival this year. Obviously, Navigation are there again, and I feel their standing, not just local but national, is really on the up and up. American won the Beer of the Midlands, so they're an award-winning brewery. So that tropical nose on this, I keep getting it as it's below my nose. So cheers, all. Let me just dive in and start drinking because we're 8 minutes in. I've not touched the sip yet. Yeah, nice tropical bite on the taste, on the palate. And if we talk about Forest, I think it's a week on Sunday, is it the 20th? Forest versus Liverpool. So it's also the time of night when I'm doing my Wraggys tap room live stream. So I shall be up the house drinking beers and doing a live stream. Um, doing like a dual live stream from whatever time the football match is on, unless the match is on early. Obviously, I don't know. I'm only assuming what the time is going to be. Can't imagine. Surely it should be a 4 o'clock kickoff on a Sunday, not a 7:30 kickoff. Um, can Forest do it? Do you know something? First 7 games of the season, I'd have said no. But with how we've done, yeah, we've had the odd blip along the way. But all teams do. And my jeans have fell apart. So I've got the turned into church jeans, yeah, the holy, yeah, on both sides as well. Don't know if let the cold air blow in. Um, yeah. Um, should be a great match. So looking forward to the new beers from Navigation. Um, I do hope that the Sea Wise Giant, I think it's sure it was Sea Wise Giant, I think was it 17%? Or was it 13%? I'm not sure. I know the other Imperial Stout was 11.5. I seem to think it was 17%, but now I'm thinking I'm not sure. 17%, that's some beer. No wonder I got walloped. I'm not sure if it was or wasn't there. Yeah, sometimes you unsure and yeah, just a trifle unsure there. Yeah, I'm not 100% either one way or the other. Gotta be honest, the news is just to come get me a walloping, and yeah. So yeah, 4.2% session IPA. A little bit of sediment in the bottom there, it's just fell into the glass. You do get that with beers, so I'm not worried about that. And often the sediment's got some of the stronger bits in it, so it's actually a good thing. Don't be put off by sediment in beers. There is a name for it. They call it. There's an actual name for the sediment. I've read it somewhere, and they do call it something. I can't remember what they call it. No, it's lost me. No, no, it's gone. So yeah, looking forward to doing Nottingham's Craft Beer Festival, like I've already said. Um, going to Castle Rock's Yard Party this year. Looking forward to that. Hoping to get to Derby's Beer Festival, but even the wife's not keen on the travelling, so it may not be a thing. It's just that they're travelling there and back, and the time spent. Um, I suppose it's one of those things, isn't it? You have to weigh up travelling times and all that. And neither of us are really big on travelling, so it is a bit of a thing. Um, so come down the shed to get away from the news, and then the soaps afterwards. It's yeah, proper onslaught at the moment. Good twang with this, good tropical twang. Um, really quite flavourful. Like I say, I have had this before at the craft beer festival. I'm sure I have. I'm sure I've reviewed it before. And a good twang on it. I mean, these are the people that make Nottingham Forest beer, so that's always going to resonate with me. And I have reviewed it as well. Cracking beer, It's not meant to be an imperial stout or anything like that. It's supposed to be a good tropical sessionable beer, and lives up to what it does on the tin. Um, yeah, loving the flavour from that, loving the twang from it. Um, and obviously plenty of lacing, quite a bit of froth. So for me, Navigation Brewery, like I say, really excited see what they bring out. They're not bringing out new beers on a weekly basis and not changing the name of the beer or bringing out a New England IPA, then another New England IPA. I like the fact that the beers are varied. The last thing I want is the same beer. The one brewery bringing out three versions of an New England IPA. It gets boring quickly, and yeah, and then they're all about the same, can't be done with it. And often I don't bother reviewing because it's just as not interesting. So, like what they're doing, sessionable, 4.2%. Yeah, it feels 4.2 to me, and it's just easy drinking. It's gone down well, and like I say, check the website out, navigationbrewery.com. The beer range is changing all the time. Like I say, Elephant Gun, the salted caramel mild, is coming to their website soon, as far as I understand. And the key lime pie, so the lime flavoured one, is coming as well. I hope to get both beers as soon as I see them available to buy. Sometime in the future at least. But yeah, Navigation Brewery, everyone. Check them out. And a great brewery tour as well. Really good brewery tour. If you're close to Nottingham or you're in Nottingham, get yourselves down there, get yourselves a tour booked, get a load of mates, go down, enjoy the tour, enjoy the Track Navigation pub, and some pub that is. And yeah, just have a good time. And so, out of 5, I can't remember if I've already said, my brain's scattered. For me, good 4.2 out of 5, same as the ABV. Would I drink it again? Yeah. It's a good sessionable tropical IPA without being over in your face tropical. You certainly know the ABV as well. It's not a juice fest of a beer. So these are these things, you keep in mind all these things. Yeah. And cheers all. Good kick there as well. Cheers.